Good morning to you once again. A beautiful day here in Austin, Texas, as we are set for the inauguration of Greg Abbott as the 48th governor of Texas. Good morning to you once again. I'm Brian Sanders.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sally Atmandas. We're also going to carry Dan Patrick swearing in as Texas Lieutenant Governor this hour. The UT Band just finished up playing as part of this morning ceremony. Alicia Inns has been out there all morning long at the Capitol and has the latest when it comes to the band that just finished playing and the mood that's out there. Hi, Alicia.
Hey guys, yeah, you know, they're actually just about to start doing the colors. Everyone's really silent right now. Everyone just stood up, they kind of laughed. They said, please rise. All the people standing on the lawn have obviously been standing for quite a while out here. Everyone is very eager, excited, anticipated. People have driven 3 hours or more to be here, and it is a ceremony that is going to be very exciting. As you can see behind me, all the seats are filled. Everyone is here. There are thousands of people in the lawn eagerly waiting to be here. People have just been so excited. The band was great. People threw up their Longhorn signs as everyone was playing, and it just seems like a really good atmosphere. People have just been eager to kind of get here and see this and welcome their new governor. And I did talk to a lot of people today about why they came out here to enjoy this ceremony as well.
It's pretty exciting. So for my niece and nephew to see this going on, make a little history for them to remember.
We're just excited about our new governor and what he's going to do, and we just wanted to be personally here. We drove all the way from Amarillo, Texas, just to see it.
We're excited about our new governor to be, and we wanted to be here for that.
Now, right now is just the anticipation stage. We're all standing by waiting for this to start. People standing, and they'll be taking their seats soon. Again, a lot going on today, so people just excited to be here and then kind of just have fun the rest of the day. That's what people told me. You know, this is a time to really have fun and have a little bit of a party. You know, make it something that people can really enjoy. So I'm going to turn it over now back to you guys, and we'll get this ceremony started here just shortly.
Okay, we are listening in, Alicia, so once it does get started, of course, we'll go back so that everybody at home and wherever they are watching can go ahead and listen in and watch it live.
So if you live and work around the Capitol, there are some road closures you need to know about today.
Yeah, First Warning traffic reporter Amanda Dugan is here with what you need to know.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. So if you will be out and about later today, what you want to keep in mind here is that Congress will be closed until about 6 p.m. It'll be closed from Lady Bird Lake up and over to the Capitol. You have several cross streets also shut down as well. That's going to create a lot of backup all around the downtown area. So you want to make sure to plan ahead, especially if that's maybe the time that you're will be leaving class or even work. If we go over to the traffic maps, we can actually give you an idea of how things are shaping up now when it comes to the roadway. I-35 is busy, of course, northbound, zooming in a little closer to the downtown area. Northbound Congress, as you make your way just before the bridge here, we already have slow traffic showing up, moving right around 35 miles per hour. Once again, keep in mind those closures do kick in right at the South Congress Bridge. You can see again, we have slow and go working whether you're on 15th Street or MLK, which will be major ways, alternate routes to help you get to I-35 if you do need to do so. But I think the biggest thing is just to plan ahead. There'll be a lot of other people thinking the same thing. You can always find out your traffic live over at KXAN.com, the traffic page.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. So how much is the inauguration costing?
Well, as we take a closer look, the estimated cost for this morning's ceremony is $4.5 million. That's more than double the cost of Rick Perry's 2011 inauguration. Organizers expect private donations to cover the bill. So to get to know your new leaders a little better, here's some background. Greg Abbott brings a unique perspective to the governor's mansion.
Yeah, unlike his predecessor, Rick Perry, he never was a legislator. Instead, he spent a career in law as a state Supreme Court justice, then attorney general. Abbott is the first University of Texas Austin alum to become governor since the 70s. Back in 1984, a tree fell on him while he was running, paralyzing him, and ever since, Abbott has needed a wheelchair.
Dan Patrick came to the Capitol a different way. As we said before, he was a radio man owning the station that brought Rush Limbaugh to Houston listeners. He was elected to the state Senate for the 2007 session. Over the next few sessions, he eventually became the Senate Public Education Chair, and his son, a district judge, actually administers the lieutenant governor's oath of office.
Greg Abbott's wife, Cecilia, is the first Latina First Lady of Texas. The granddaughter of Mexican immigrants, she was always at her husband's side during the campaign.
Abbott is the first Texas governor to use a wheelchair, something that required consideration as he moves into the governor's mansion, which was built 134 years before laws required public buildings to be accessible to the disabled. But a fire a few years back, you may remember, forced a complete restoration of the house in downtown Austin, so it needed only a few minor fixes for the Abbott family. The fire brought upgrades to the bathrooms, the doors, and an elevator for ADA compliance. And now workers are installing a ramp for Abbott to get a view from the upstairs balcony.
My son is a criminal court judge. He's going to swear me in. I don't know if we've ever had a son swear in a lieutenant governor or any statewide official. And I told him he owed it to me because when he won his election to be a judge in Houston, a criminal court judge, I swore him in.
We're honored to have the opportunity to represent the people of the state of Texas in the People's Mansion.
Speaking about
So those were highlights from our Josh Hinkle's one-on-one interviews with both Abbott and Patrick in the days leading up to the inauguration. You can watch the extended versions of those conversations in the politics section of KXAN.com right now. But Josh joins us right now in studio with a look at the celebration today. Obviously, on a grand scale, what can we expect?
Well, you know, in my one-on-one with Greg Abbott, he talks a lot about education being a part of his speech. We did get an advanced copy of that speech, and I picked through it, and education is indeed a big topic. You know, he's talked about pre-K and the need to overhaul that system, but specifically today, he's going to be talking about how careers are related to good education and what we need to do to get our children into the future workforce. There is Greg Abbott right now. You know, when he gets up at the podium and gives his speech, by his side, not only his wife and his daughter, but he's also bringing one of his high school teachers from Duncanville High School, his English teacher. That's very, very cool, I think, to bring one of your teachers on there. Rick Perry did the same thing in his inauguration.
Right, because you were at the inauguration for Rick Perry, right? And that was something that you noticed as well, as this time around it's another teacher in a different crowd for a new governor.
Right. Rick Perry had 4 inaugurations, though. The teacher was in his first one, so I wasn't there, but I was in the last one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was very interesting. And I think this one's going to be quite similar. You know, you're going to have a lot of the same ceremony going on as far as the oath and the speeches and the Sam Houston Bible. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court will be there.
And his mother-in-law, we saw him kiss her on the cheek. She was also a big part of his campaigning too, Josh, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We saw his mother-in-law and his father-in-law as part of his campaign commercials, really trying to, you know, use that family to identify with the Hispanic culture, which, you know, the Hispanic population is one of the fastest growing in Texas.
And they're saying the Pledge of Allegiance right now, but as we were talking about the comparisons between Rick Perry's time as governor and now transitioning into Greg Abbott, what do you see, what will make this transition a little bit easier?
Well, it seems like Rick Perry, you know, really supports Greg Abbott. You know, obviously it's easy going from a Republican governor to a Republican governor, and it has always been that Rick Perry, you know, thought of Greg Abbott as the heir apparent. So here's the